love this part of the show, the part of the show where we can talk about something that's come up this week, maybe that's turning you on a little bit. Let's go all the way with our special guest, Phoebe. What is turning you on this week?
Well, my fiance sent me something, a nice picture, and it is one of the weirdest corporate crossovers that I've seen in a very long time. So the KY Lubrication Company have teamed up with the Krispy Kreme Donut Company, and you can now purchase donut glazed flavored ring lube.
Okay.
Is it flavored?
Donut glazed flavor.
Wow.
There's a joke here about glazed Timbits somewhere, but I can't quite put it together.
So when I saw it, I thought that it was one of those things that was a spoof. And then I realized that it wasn't a spoof, because she then sent me a video of her picking it up in the store and going, this is for real.
I will keep that in mind.
It's amazing what you can buy down at your local CVS pharmacy.
That is pretty. Hey, wait, you read a bit of the description during the pre-show. Can you read it for our audience? I think they want to hear it.
So I shall just give me 1 second just to pull it up. It reads rather wonderfully, it does. So it is KY whole glaze, warm and sticky. Glazed donut flavor, warming personal lubricant.
Wow.
So yes, the Krispy Kreme company have decided that warming personal lubricant is their new donut glaze. And the question is, what are they doing with those donuts now?
I guess I never would have thought of describing a lube as sticky. That's just me.
Warm and sticky.
Warm and sticky. Anyway,
Yeah,
Nate, what's turning you on this week?
You had me at warm, but you lost me at sticky.
I thought the and would have lost some people.
Well, what's turning me on this week is a framework that was published by the International Olympic Committee last week on, the fairness, inclusion, and non-discrimination based on the basis of gender identity and sex variation. So this is like a 2-year project into how to make a safe and welcoming environment for those who participate in sports at the elite level. It's got a bunch of principles and guidelines for them to go. Basically, the different Olympic sports are going to have their own purview as to how they qualify different candidates based on traits and whatnot. But yeah, and then they've set out some principles for, sort of the general ethics and the general attitudes that they want to put forward. So this feels to me like a step forward for non-cis athletes. And I would like to thank Miss Stephanie Helms, another member of the SecX family, for throwing this at me.
See, that's cool. Like after something serious like that, I'm kind of embarrassed about what's turning me on this week. Because what's turning me on this week is the music and discography of Britney Spears. She has a catalog that goes back 20 years, right at the heart of the bubblegum pop movement of the late 90s. Like whenever I think back on the significant moments of my life, I can hear a Britney Spears song there. She's been in the news lately, so you can check that out if you'd like. But it's given me pause, and it's giving me a chance to look back and really listen back at the days when albums were meant to be listened to from beginning to end, and none of this singles nonsense. So that's I've been listening back, and it's bringing back a lot of good memories for me. I talked a couple weeks ago about oral sex involving hearing and music and sounds, and I'd be lying if I said that Britney Spears music did not feature in a few key scenes for me. So
Britney Spears has some great fucking songs, and when I
does.
say that, I mean the verb, not the adjective, right? So
yes,
I think that plays because what she's gone through for the past, 10 years or something like that, 10, 12 years under this conservatorship has been absolutely inhuman, unfair. Like they controlled her ability to reproduce and have a baby. They forced her to work against her will. It's mind-blowing to know what a celebrity, a famous person, has had to go through behind the scenes because they're famous, right? Like, she kind of cracked, and then they put the conservatorship on her, and then subject her to even worse conditions that, like, any normal person would have a serious tough time dealing with. So I am so stoked that this person is free of those chains.
Well, we're like turning this into a non-profits episode, but it isn't Sunday, so we got to kind of
Okay.
wheel this back. No, my favorite Britney Spears song is the one with a title that I probably am not allowed to say out loud. And if you guys can figure out what that is, leave it in the comments or leave it in chat. Let's see if you guys can figure out which Britney song you should never say the name of.
But what I will say is that
definitely
there
know
is
what
a
it is.
there is a
Go ahead,
Britney
Phoebe.
Spears song. There is a Britney Spears song that comes to mind that describes her conservatorship, and it is toxic, very very toxic.